from where are you from? You know, maybe give me a little background of SickoSoldado.
All right. Well, actually, I started out in. I grew up out there in El Paso, Texas, which is a few hours, actually several hours from here, 12 hours away, and that's where I grew up. And then I moved to Denver, Colorado for a minute, and that's where actually I started getting into like doing studio and stuff like that. And while I was out there, I started getting into more and more music, especially like underground stuff. So I started listening to like Delinquent Habits, Cycle Around, and all these cats that were underground, which they still are, but they're like more like mainstream kind of underground. But I started listening to those guys, and I just figured like if I want to do this, I got to be in California, So it's been a minute since I moved out here, and that's when I met Chemo, I met Jackin, and I met a lot of the homies that I just listened to their music, and I actually got to meet them and kick it with them and work with them and stuff like that, do shows and stuff. So that's kind of like where I started, is like just coming to the shows, getting to meet Chemo, getting to meet Jackin and other artists that are in the game, and it's all through just showing up, going to the shows, and being, if that's the kind of life, or not the life, but if that's the kind of environment and the kind of stuff you want to do, then you want to be around that. You don't want to be an MC or try to do music and then you're never in the studio, or you're never at the shows, or you're never in a cypher. It's like, it's kind of be hard for an MC to come up that way. But for me, like, it was cool, like, getting here, and it's dope to be in California, and especially like to have people like my stuff and then listen to it and give me props, because a lot of people that are not from California don't really get that love, even if you are from here. You know what I mean? It's hard for people to even go to your shows, or check out your video or your music. And there's so much more people that are more MCs, more groups out here, so there's more competition. So you just gotta be out there and doing it. That's pretty much it.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, we got to know SickoSoldado a little bit. Yeah, a couple more questions. So, tell me how you get into the vibe when you're in the studio. What is it? I know some people work off of caffeine. Some people got to tuck and twist something. Me personally, I have to make sure that I always have something, rolled up. But how do you get into the vibe?
The way I get into the vibe is like you said, I definitely gotta, take some tokes and just, relax, listen to the beat. And then before, I used to try to write to sound hard and to sound this and to sound underground, make sure I sound this way and this way. But now it's more like, it's what I'm feeling, you know what I mean, versus like what I want people to hear, So now I've kind of let go of that side of the ego where it's like, no, I can't say that, that's not, what I usually say. But now it's more like, if I like it and I'm feeling it, and that's what it goes good with the beat, then I'm leaving it. I'm not thinking too much about it, and just keep writing, and then it's on to the next song and on to the next song. Because nowadays it's like, even if you write a song, people are already ready for the next one, and like sometimes, like, from an MC's point of view, people, they want to make it perfect before they drop the song. And then, you miss your way because people aren't into that no more. You know what I mean? So it's about, for me, it's like making the song and putting it out there, and then leaving it up to the people to be like, oh, that song sucks, or that sounds dope. Because to me, it might sound dope as fuck, but to somebody else, that's like, oh, that's lame. Because even if it got mixed, mastered, engineered, and I paid all this money for it to sound clean, people don't really care about that. They just care about the content of it, what you sound like, what you're saying in the song, and the feel of it. It's not sometimes what you're saying, but how you're saying it. Like, oh, hell yeah, I'm feeling that.
I feel that. So having said that, definitely people care about the content, but there's also people that just want to turn up and want to be, mainstream. Do you have any, like, maybe commercial style music in that album? Is there, like, something I could just party hard to, or is it just one concept, one mind?
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with any type of music. I mean, to each their own, you know. And but for mine on this album, yeah, there's some party tracks on there that you know are feel good tracks that you can smoke out to, that you can kick it, you can cruise to. You know, there's a couple West Coast tracks that my homies produce. You know, shout out to the homie J Matic and my homie Sean Knowles and you know a couple other MCs, my homie Maniac. Sax One out there from Spain. Those guys, you know, they be doing some nice beats. So a lot of times I go based off of the beat. So sometimes like they're like, oh, check this beat out. I'm like, oh damn, that shit sounds hard. But yeah, definitely for sure on this album, yeah, there's some tracks that you can buy too and stuff.
Nice. Thank you so much, SickoSoldado, for stopping by. We have a couple games with do any usually get called sick? No.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, what
depends on the person.
Yeah, no, I'm all the time. Every time I meet somebody, I always go by the first letter of their name, or like, you know, to keep it short because I'm so bad with names. But no, thank you so much for coming by Venice Beach. I hope you had a good time.
Definitely.
Before you leave, we're gonna have you play some games with me. So I hope you're ready.
Yeah,
you know,
for
sure. Let them know where they can find you.
You guys can catch me at SickoSoldado /YouTube.com. Also SoundCloud. Check out that SoundCloud. Check out the new videos, like I said, on YouTube.com. Check me out on Twitter and follow me on Instagram. You know, so also check me out on the Dead Silence website. They're coming up soon. You know, you can find me also on the couple of new collabs that I'm gonna be doing with the homies from Breezewell La Conecta, which is our other artists on our label, on the label, Dead Silence label. So check us out. You know, like I said, you can find us all online, social media, all that stuff, Facebook, SickoSoldado. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. The Phally Show, we out here.